Okay. Now, today we have a new storyline, right? Our new storyline is based on the topic a reckless act, as you can see here. Your composition should be based on one or more of these pictures. Now, I strongly discourage all three because then it becomes a very predictable piece. We really just don't want that, okay? Now, let's have a look at today's work. Have a look at this, okay? What was the reckless act? Who was involved in the reckless act? So there will have to be the person doing the reckless act, and of course there has to be the person, the poor person on the receiving end of it, the victim of it. And then very importantly, I want to draw your attention to this. Consequences. There has to be a consequence, especially if it's a negative topic like a reckless act, right? Yes, you might have apologized and everything's okay, but there has to be a consequence or consequences meted out at the end. Then you have fulfilled the topic of a reckless act and knowing that it's wrong, right? Look at these three pictures. You have, oh dear, it says a crying boy. Then you have the shopping mall, because it could happen near a shopping mall, or it could happen on the way to the shopping mall. And then you have a man in a hoodie and a cap, a very suspicious looking man. I mean, I wouldn't feel too safe if I bumped into someone like that on the street. So this is your task today, okay? We are going to learn a new storyline. Ta-da! Your plot summary. Let's see what happens. Your main character is cycling. So this is your main action. After some time, okay, it says he gets thirsty, but I don't really want to work with the he. I want to work with the I. So you become your main character. It's always more effective to write this way because it will be easier for you to relate to that character. Therefore, your descriptions, both actions as well as feelings, um, will be a lot clearer to your reader. Right? Now you realize that you have forgotten to bring your water bottle along. You decide to cycle to the nearest convenience store to buy a drink. You are cycling so quickly that you do not realize that there is a puddle of water on the ground. Your tires skid on the puddle and your bicycle careens, sending you flying. The worst part, okay, this is where the jang 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 moment is that you knock into an old woman carrying a tray of eggs. Ooh. She falls and the eggs go flying, making a mess everywhere. Now, your main character is left with the decision. See, so you have a decision to make here of whether to help the old lady or to run away from the chaos. Now, see, notice here, it was not so simple that you knock this person down and she's on the floor and all her eggs are broken in a disgusting gooey mess, right? But there is chaos. So you got to think a little bit harder. What adds to the chaos? Is it because there was a crowd forming? Somebody saw. Um, did it happen in a crowded place? So already there was human traffic moving around. Um, did you have a problem deciding what you were going to do, whether you're going to help or not, because you had something else you were rushing to go to, or maybe you didn't really want to help, but because there were people around and some of them were already taking out their phones, you know, so you're a bit worried what they were going to do with their phones, take pictures of you, take videos of you, and if you didn't help, then of course it's going to be terrible, right? You're going to be famous on social media. Now, let's have a look. For this plot to be effective, you must consider these questions in your story. The bicycle. Why did you go cycling? Was it A, your main mode of transport? So basically, um, because maybe your neighborhoods were rather relatively safe, so you use your bicycle and you cycle from your neighbor's house or to the park, or maybe even to school, um, or to for an enrichment class on your own on your bicycle. Could that be why you were on the bicycle in the first place? Okay. Was it the weekend and you enjoy cycling so much that you take it as a form of exercise or take it as a form of relaxation where you hop on your bicycle, then you have a sense of freedom and just give yourself maybe an hour break from the books. So you like to do that. Or had your character just been given a bicycle as a present and you were very excited to ride your bicycle. So once you had the first chance, you hopped on it and then you decided to just go nuts with it. Okay, then let's look at what happens in the end. Okay, if the essay topic is positive, then of course you stay and help the old lady. If the essay topic is negative, then you run away. If the essay topic is neutral, then you can decide whether you help or you don't help. But having said this, I draw your attention to again the reckless act. The reckless act could be again taking the bicycle out without permission, or number two, going too quickly. Then what you were advised to do. So that could be your reckless act already, right? Then knocking into the old woman, that caused you to knock into the old woman. So in my opinion, okay, the way I look at it, you can still choose whether to help her or not. Because this old lady getting knocked down and creating mess and chaos could be the result already of your reckless act. Or if you want to take it even further, then your reckless act could be not bothering to stop, like whatever, I don't care. I'm enjoying this thrill ride. I'm just gonna get back on my bicycle and just go for it. Okay? So there are a few points in this composition where you can exercise recklessness.